Hi Taurus, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive. We are going to do a career, money, and finance read, messages that you need to be aware of in these next 3 months, or for these next 3 months, as it pertains to career, money, and finance. All right, guys, let's jump in. We're going to use the heavy hitters here. We're going to get a picture of each month. And these cards will allow me to do that. So we're going to use my transparent cards. So let's go ahead and start and see what wants to come out for Taurus in the month of April 2022. What does Taurus need to know most about their career, money, and finance? Universe, what messages are going to be most important for Taurus to be aware of pertaining to their career, money, and finance? Okay, give me 3 cards. Okay, what do we get here? What else do we get? Okay, give me 1 more card here as well. Okay, so we'll put this aside and let's take a look at what we have here. Okay, so we have got the Knight of Pentacles, guys. Now, this could be about putting in the work that's necessary for your situation, okay? This is about putting in that work. Now, the Knights are all about motion, right? But this is doing the efficient day-to-day things that are most important for you. So this is saying put in the work of what it is that you want to create and bring to fruition, right? So this has you doing every single day the routine-oriented type of motions that are going to be necessary for you to move forward. And this is your Earth energy. Now, the next card that I get here is what? We've got the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. So this might even have to do with the second house, which really has to do with your material security, your values, your self-esteem, your resources, and things like that. Okay. Now the 2s are about also about duality sometimes as well. The 2 of Pentacles starts out with about being balanced, like doing what it is that keeps you balanced and adapting to situations and moving towards them and then balancing and then moving towards them and balancing. So this is about keeping and adapting the balance within your life, okay? And the next card that I get here is the 6 of Cups. So this has to do with, perhaps some sort of a memory of some sort. This has to do, well, it also has to do with self-improvement, right? So when you get, is the Cups? Yeah, okay. So this really talks about, what do I want to say here? Like, innocence of the past. This could even be a reunion with someone, but it's nostalgia, maybe receiving some sort of gift in some sort of way. You might be getting a gift from someone, right? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy comes up, okay? So, how does this relate to your business? Well, I really think that this is about you putting the motion every day into work and keeping the best balance that you can. And I think that you're receiving some sort of reward of something, okay? It's about a birthing of something new. There's self-improvement on your work routines. Six house has to do with self-improvement, some sort of service that you're doing. It has to do with employment and your work routines. But it also covers health and nutrition. So some of you might be in health and nutrition as well, and you might be focusing on birthing a new way of being to balance your emotions, but you're feeding yourself better, or maybe you're teaching others to do that as well, okay? Anything else that might want to come through for the month of April that's going to be important for Taurus to remember, okay, about their finances and such. Keep a balance your emotions. Be calm, intuitive, and compassionate. I do feel this is about moving forward with passion, or someone's moving towards you. Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So as you passionately move forward, be balanced, right? Be balanced in terms of the Queen of Cups energy. And then this is about, putting an end to something that's a 10 of Swords that have left you maybe anxiety filled, right? When we get the 10, this is about, maybe there's been some sort of a defeat or some sort of situation, and what you're trying to do at most is just keep your balance here, okay? So I think that for some of you, there could have been some sort of loss, but this tells me of reasoning. I almost feel that this has to do with reasoning of the mind, because these are swords energy. So there's a new way of thinking and doing, and you're doing whatever it takes to be in balance throughout this process. Moving forward, doing your work to balance you out, perhaps from nostalgia of the past. And this past could have been a part of this 10 of Swords. So something could have come to an end. Now this could be an old way of thinking. But what I feel here, there could have been an ending of a particular job or a connection with someone at work. It could be the case. But it has you moving forward passionately and focused on being calm, intuitive, and compassionate. Anything else? Purpose. This is following your purpose, right? You're being very grounded and connected with source. That purple colors there, and you're being grounded, but you're wrapping it in source. It's part of your purpose. It wants to let you know part of your purpose is about staying grounded and using source as that. And really focusing in on really what that means to you here. I'm going to pull some cards in the month of April. What does this mean in terms of any sort of what you might be dealing with here? Anything that wants to come through in the month of April? What do we got? Trust. Your feelings and dreams. It wants you to trust the process towards your purpose. Okay. Again, some of you could be spiritually inclined. Okay, to get you, to really get you grounded. The red is the root chakra. So I want you to trust your dreams. That's going to guide you on your career path. And maybe there is something that is lost. Maybe you've ended something, and maybe you've ended a job, and now you're moving towards something new. Some of you, it could be that. Okay. So it could be that you've had some sort of, I don't know, I kind of feel that you achieved some sort of achievement in some way. You've reached a point that you kind of hit the top, like, you've had an achievement, and now that you've got some recognition in your career or vocation, and now you're kind of saying, okay, well, what's next? And you're focusing on your purpose, and it wants you to trust the process. Okay, so it's telling you that it wants you to definitely move forward and trust the process within whatever this looks like. Okay, because this is validating that your feelings and about aspiring to make healthy changes in your life, because it could even be health and nutrition that we talked about. Okay, so if you're disconnected, discontent in a job, let's say, all right, this is about saying trust your feelings. If you're excited about a prospect of something, this is saying it wants you to, I don't know, like, for example, return to school or open your own business. Trust these feelings for yourself. It's what's coming through in April for you. Okay, and if your gut's warning you about a certain person in your life, trust those feelings too. Okay, right? So notice your feelings, and I think that's what you're doing, because you wouldn't get the cupped energy coming through here. It's like birthing something new. Okay, because your feelings are the physical embodiment, of the heavens of guidance for you. So trust in that validity of that, right? And if you don't understand them, even if you don't really know what that means, or you feel not sure what they mean, you're just, it just is saying trust in their validity. Okay, what do I really want? What's best for my life purpose, right? And know the physical and emotional responses that you get from that. Okay, because that's what it wants you to do. What is it? This is your picture for the month of April that wants to come through. So let me move this aside so you can see that. So your picture really talks about an opportunity to really focus in on move forward with what's going to keep you balanced, right? And it could have to do with something from stemming from the past, right? And moving towards what really keeps you balanced in your life, and putting the effort into that. Like, what's going to keep you balanced, put the effort into that. And it's something that might have to do with the past, might have to do with something that you've learned, or a person that you learned something from, or a life lesson that you learned. It wants you to put it into play. Wow, it's what's coming through, guys. Okay, very interesting. But that's the picture that's coming through here. Okay, the sixes are about self-improvement, and it's about making a new improvement in your work. And so it's kind of going through some sort of change. All right. So what other anything else in terms of April we have? Enjoy the journey. The fun is getting there. Acknowledge the progress that you've made, right? And be spontaneous, travel, maybe take a mental vacation, all right? So some of you might be taking some sort of vacation, right? Whatever it is, you've got something. It just wants you to trust your purpose and your feelings in this process. Here was that Queen of Cups that we got. That's what it's all about, trusting your feelings in this process. Okay, so this is what's coming for you in the month of April. Let's jump over into May and see what is coming up for Taurus in the month of May. Let's put these aside. Okay, what is coming up for Taurus in the month of May? What do they need to know most about their career, money, and finance? What messages want to come through relating to that? What do we get? What do we get here? Okay. And what else do we got? Wow, beautiful. Okay, and what else do we have here? Wow. Okay, so here we go. Let me put these in a way that I can see these guys better. Okay, here we go. Okay, and this is a 5. Okay, cool. All right, let me put this aside. And let's see what we have here. All right, so we've got the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so 5 of Pentacles are stemming through. We'll put this aside. 5 of Pentacles is coming through here. Now, 5s are all about creativity, right? They're all about, I don't know, it's also about romance and pleasures and entertainment. But when I get the 5 of Pentacles, this could tell me that there is some sort of, I will tell you, like some sort of poverty, so I don't know, health worry that you might have, or isolation. This could be a financial loss of some sort. There's something that's coming through here, okay? Now, I'm going to continue this because we want to get the full picture on what this is, right? And then I get the 6 of Pentacles. Wow. Now, the 6s are about birthing something new, okay? So the 6 of Pentacles talks to me about, like, this is about giving and receiving, like equal give and take, generosity, help, advice. You might be getting help and assistance from someone, a person, place, or thing. So this could be coming through, okay? And then the next card that I get here is the 8 of Wands. Wow. This is putting everything in the same direction. This is renewal. This is rebirth, okay? This is all about peak experiences that you've been going through. This is about depth of interactions. Maybe you've had an interaction that was a peak experience for you and it catapulted you into a new way of growth and change. And therefore, it's kind of created a brand new you, okay? That's kind of how I'm seeing this. If we put this together, this really talks about, look at this. Here's your picture for the month. Look at it. So it's really about, here's the poverty, kind of old mindset way of thinking. And remember, it's interesting because even when I was pre-shuffling, I got like an opportunity. Oh, the dog's barking. Or some dogs barking out there, but apparently need to call it, wants you to put attention to this. But this is about really focusing in on your mantra. What is it that you want, and to create that vision board of that, and the types of people you're excited to experience, and the new, richer life that you'll have, and hang it somewhere that you see often. And then make a list of things you might have to give up on your road to prosperity. It could be people, items, old identities, or anything of the sort. But it wants you to let them go gently, right? And to give everyone the need to face your transformation, as well as let them make their own transformations as well. Okay, and really pay attention how things around you make you feel. Okay. So, this is about, really upgrading in some sort of way, and then puts you on a path towards what it is that you want. I mean, the 8 of Wands is all about, creating some sort of balance in your life. And it is by going through some sort of change. It is really moving into that, okay? So it's about taking, action, inspired action. After seeing this, right, and knowing that, and being able to, process things, go through a birthing of something new to make a change. It's almost like you have to flip something upside down to create change. So whatever it is that is thinking this, think of the opposite of that and move forward in that direction. It's kind of like that's the picture that you're getting in the month of May, all right? So how do you go about doing that, and how is this further going to affect you? Let's take a look. Let's pull a little bit more tarot on this one and see what wants to come out. What do we got? 4 of Cups. Yeah, this is about thinking. This is about thinking about what it is that you want. You have opportunities that are coming towards you, and this is about maybe being a little bit more, I don't know, maybe feeling, I don't know, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like unfulfilled a little bit for a moment. And then I get the 9 of Cups, feeling fulfilled. Okay, see, that's exactly what I'm thinking. You're flipping something over. It's like you were this here, and you weren't sure what you wanted here, and now you're completely satisfied with where you're at. So you weren't satisfied here, but now this is moving inspired action. That's like you to flip it, flip the script, the narrative, and then move forward with inspired action, and there you go. It brings you to emotional fulfillment, right? So something of the sort is coming through there. Let's take a look at anything that these cards have to say, what would want to come through for you here in the month of May. Compassion. Having compassion towards yourself in this process of change. Compassion in matters of the heart so you can bloom. And it wants you to have compassion in this process, all right? Anything from the wellness cards for the month of May. Yeah, be in the flow state, in the zone, focusing on high frequency. This is where your skill meets a challenge, right? And you're being tested. And this is asking you to go with the flow. For some of you, it could even be flotation therapy. Maybe, getting into water, getting some sort of therapy that involves water. That could very much well be. But it wants you to focus on high frequency, okay, within this process. Anything else that, in terms of career, that's going to be important that you are needing to know in the month of May? Taurus, May 2022. What do we have? Travel. Something about your life purpose is going to involve travel, okay? So this is what's coming up for you, Taurus. It could be, it could be having, I don't know, it has to do with travel, all right? So for some of you, it's all a part of that, right? And this is, it's moving away, traveling away from an old way of thinking, and thinking that's the only way to build something, but to cross the bridge, pick up those 2 cups and move forward. All right. So this is saying is that maybe something about transitioning to something. Okay. This is about, I don't know, you've learned something through romance or through creativity or through, I don't know, there's some sort of adversity that I feel. All right. And then I get the 10 of Pentacles coming out of it. It's almost as if your legacy, then I get legacy, retirement and wealth. Something that you do involves of you letting go of an old way of thinking in terms of the emotions and transforming that and crossing a bridge to the other side. So it's about, again, still flipping things over, right? Flipping things over, from an old way of being and moving into a new way of being, okay? But that's what I get. Yeah, it requires change. There's some sort of change that's going to need to take place. Okay. So, all right, guys. So there is a change of thinking that's going to be necessary. It's going to be a change of your environment a little bit. So note your comments. Let's go ahead into see what is happening for Taurus in the month of June. All right. So what is coming out for Taurus on June 2022? What does Taurus need to know most about their career, money, and finance in June? What do we get? Okay, so let's take a look what we get here. What does Taurus need to be aware of in terms of messages regarding their money to bring in the most? What do we get? And to do what they're supposed to do. What do we get? Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, so we've got a 13 card. Let me just put these all in the way that they're supposed to so I can read the numbers. Okay, 4. Okay. And then we've got the 10. Okay, gotcha. Ooh, wow. Okay, guys. So this is interesting because I've got the 13 card, and this really talks to me about an opportunity. Wow. And I don't see these cards often. This is like something about putting an end to something. Like you have to put an end to something that is not serving you. This is in the month of June. Like you're putting an end to something. Right? So with this being that card, it is about an opportunity to let something come to an end. It's an old way of being about you, right? So it is about big changes, moving, rebirth, transformation of some sort, okay? So this is... oh my gosh, it's like a loss. This is a loss of aspects about yourself. Let me move this. Loss of aspects about yourself, okay? So this is what is coming through, right? There's some sort of old way of doing and being that you're moving on to another level and a new way of being, okay? So even though that it might be a farewell to parts of yourself that you might be familiar with, or maybe not so happy with or fond of. This loss is making way for new growth in life. Now this leads to rebirth, so it speaks of potential of a brand new phase. Okay, and this is what I get here: a brand new building, a brand new phase, right? And it actually could be you're shedding the old, right? So what is buried in the ground becomes the seeds for brand new growth. Okay, so that's what I feel that is happening with you. So this is not mourning or decay of any sort. This is cutting the wheat from the shaft, right? And this is doing that so the wheat can grow again, and the wheat can be used for, you know, baking bread and all of that, and then the wheat grows all over again, right? So that's what's coming through. So this is, making room for the new crops for the next year, and the new crops that want to come in the month of June. Okay, so that's what's coming into play. Okay, maybe you shed an old addiction or habit, right? It can indicate maybe a change of career path, or maybe you're graduating from school and you're entering adulthood for some of you. And on the spiritual level, it's reached a point when your souls have come closer, to your true destiny. And often that results in some big change for you, Taurus. Okay, so you're in some sort of ascension, of graduation. Okay, so you have to change your lives, but the result, it would be stagnation. Like you'd be stagnant, right? And life must change in order to grow, and change is imminent. So it's about embracing that. Now, the next card that you get, let's just take a look at this. Is there a number on this one here? 4. Oh, okay, cool. So this is about another opportunity. Okay, this is an opportunity to build something. Okay, this is to build your new dreams. This is the emperor in there. This is like the emperor, the major arcana, the emperor in this deck, and you can see it's overlooking a city. Yeah. And the emperor is built on structure, right? That's what this is. So now you're going to build on a new structure. Like the emperor is a leader, and he rules with wisdom, and he takes care of everything that is surrounding him, and also with a lot of charisma. Okay. The emperor is like a city. Okay. Great things can be a promise here. Okay. It can be harsh and cruel sometimes, but it does say that, if they're in control, it's there could be a lot of great things happening here too. Okay. Wow, this is creative energy. Okay, creative energy over under a leader. Now this could be that you might be following someone, or you might be leading others. Okay, but you've got the power of leadership. This is what it's saying. Okay, Taurus, you've got leadership, and this is a power of being a good leader in control of something. Okay, so it's time to take charge of your life and give, and you have to give the orders to your life. This right here and now is what it's saying. It's taking control. Okay, you're giving the orders for once. Maybe you've always followed everyone else, but now you're becoming the leader. Okay. This is being a benevolent leader. It's not, it's positive qualities, right? Direct action, right? And so this is about the dog's barking again. So it could be coming through that it's advising you to speak up, be confident, be active, be bold, make decisions, and be bold in your decisions and your lifestyle. It's coming through. So neighbor's dog, okay, it's coming through. And then this does indicate that the 10 of swords, which means that this is about putting an end to an old way of being. Okay, so this means that you're going to have to put an end to an old way of being and doing. So getting rid of the anxiety, depression, or despair of any sorts. The 10 is about recognition of your vocation and your public life and your achievement in the world. So what this is saying is you're putting an end to an old way of being in this world, and you're creating a new way. You're regenerating. Okay, and the dog won't be quiet. So you guys, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. There has been lots of outside external influences coming through, and it doesn't matter what time I do this. So it's gonna be what it is. But apparently it came up to speak up, take leadership, right? And everything's happening. So we just work with it. Okay. So don't cling to unhealthy behavior of any sort. Just let it roll. Okay. All right, guys, let's take a look at what that picture looks like. Yeah, this is, let me just put this out and see what it looks like here. Okay. See, I told you, lots of stuff. It's time for change. Lots of change, regeneration, transformation. But this is really saying you're cutting through to transform, right? Which means that you put something to an end and you build a brand new city. And you are becoming a leader. You're stepping in and taking the lead. How's that for a picture for the month of June? Wow, you're being called upon to do that, guys. Whoa. Let's take a look at anything else that wants to come through for you here, okay? What do we get? Tranquility. Tranquility. There's some sort of communication. This puts you at peace in some way, all right? Yeah, living from your heart. You're taking the lead and living from your heart, and it makes you happy and tranquil, Taurus. You're living from the heart. This is communication. This is all the blue, all right? Communication, and the purple is the crown chakra. Communication with source leads to this beautiful living from the heart. Living from the heart, and you're communicating, living in. Remember, it said focusing on love. And didn't we get something of the sort? You got to trust yourself, but it's also, being calm, intuitive, and compassionate. But yeah, it's something. It's coming through here. Living from your heart. Anything else within this month of June for Taurus for their career, money, and finance? You have a decision you're going to make. Okay, has to. You're going to have a decision. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. The hangman's upright. You've been enlightened. You're going to know what this is for you. Okay, it's coming up here. Okay, there's no more delays. This would be delays. Okay, this would be delays looking at something introspect. No, you've been enlightened. You've been enlightened in something of the decision that you need to make, and you're going to be resurrected from it. Judgment cards coming through here. Resurrected. Okay, so the judgment card is all about clarity, a final decision, a wake-up call, your life's purpose. Done. You guys, something you're doing, it might involve traveling. You got to trust the process. Anything else that may want to come through for Taurus here? Whoa, it's like you're being resurrected because of it too. Infinite abundance. You are fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine purpose. This is what I feel is you. Whatever your divine purpose is, guys, you're going to know what that is. It brings in a cornucopia of success and wealth. So, there's no more delays. It's here. All right. So I'm sending you lots of love and light, guys. Let me know how this resonates with you. And note your comments below. Smash that like button. And until next time, namaste.